Ladies and gentlemen, Paradox East Radio, paradoxeast.org. We're just getting the chat rooms warmed up and getting the show started. If you guys are watching this on the playback, welcome to Paradox East Radio. Thank you for being here. If you're watching this on Facebook or Twitch, you might experience some interruptions. To enjoy this experience uninterrupted, make sure you visit paradoxeast.org. Paradox East Radio at paradoxeast.org if you want to enjoy this uninterrupted, because as you know, Facebook likes to get in the way sometimes. Just sometimes, you know, you got a curfew when you're at Club Facebook. But when you're at Club Paradox East Radio, it's no problem. It's no problem at all. You know, we got the permission slips. Facebook don't have permission slips. Facebook, you got to be home. You got a curfew. You don't have Facebook don't give you a permission slip. When you're at Club Paradox East Radio, you got a hallway pass. You got the hallway pass at Paradox East Radio. So you guys, please share the stream. Tell your folks to tune in and take down this phone number. 256-434-1846 is the number to call or text if you want to get in on the conversation. Be safe though, because you will get cut off. Like, you will get cut off. There will be no disrespect. You will get. I wish I had a flip phone that I could like hang up really loud. 256-434-1846 is the number to call or text. We're going to get this show started here. I've got some special guests in the building, the crew. So you guys make sure wherever you're listening from that you share this and tell your folk to tune in. All right. So we're going to get this show started right here in Tune with T Mill.
If you are tuning in right now, you on the #1 radio station, not in the world, but in the galaxy. I'm talking about the Milky Way. From Atlanta to LA, from LA to New York, from New York to Las Vegas, from Vegas to outer space, from the rings of Saturn to the moon. We are Paradox East Radio. And I'm your boy DJ Primetime 256. Licky.
T-Mill, come out and play.
Play it loud.
We're changing the status quo one voice at a time, through music, edutainment, children, and awareness. We're progressing and preserving the culture through real conversations with people who've had real success. Multicultural artists and musicians, models, entrepreneurs, innovators, and activists. This is Paradox East, and you are in tune with T-Mill. Powered by the MaitlandConservatory.org.
Thank you for listening to In Tune with T-Mill.
Paradox East Radio, paradoxeast.org. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is In Tune with T-Mill, In Tune with T-Mill at Paradox East Radio. You will now be encouraged and entertained. Nothing will change until you change something. I am here. We are here to change the status quo one voice at a time. And I've got some special guests in the building. I've got my crew. And let me tell you guys, it has been a minute since we have done this show. I mean, y'all were on quarantine, man. We were on like a bid. Like we were on like probation or something. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome my crew to the show, Paradox East Radio, In Tune with T-Mill. Please, you guys, help me welcome my crew, my co-host, to the show, holding it down. First up, I've got Miss JQ Ellis. What's going on, JQ?
Hey, folks. What up? Glad to be back, baby. We've been on a hiatus for a minute, right, T-Mill? But you know
it's been a minute.
Be back.
Absolutely. And starring in the sequel to the Grammy Award winning Oscar film, the Black Batman. This is a sequel you guys didn't even know about. Starring as the Black Batman in the sequel coming out, Mr. Marcus Sims is in the building.
Hey, it's good to be here with everyone once again. And if anyone gets out of line, I'm going to start slapping people Will Smith style. I'm just going to start slapping folks. That's all this show is about today, folks. We're just slapping people for no reason. We're going to slap you with all type of topics.
We need a big slap sound. Somebody slap somebody right quick. Marcus,
oh, man. That's all I got. That's about as all I got. Ladies and gentlemen, I play around, but this guy is the host that you hear on Afternoon Expressions, the host that you hear at WJAB, also the host of Just Checking In. Just Checking In. Let me make sure I get that right. Just Checking In, and an advocate for the arts, Mr. Marcus Sims, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, thank you to the thousands watching. It's good. Like, once again, it's good to be here with everyone virtual. Hopefully sometime in the near future we can all get together at Maitland or someplace and come together again, because, you know, it's like, gosh, what, 2 or 3 years? I mean, 2 or 3 years. Black stars are formed in 2 or 3 years. I mean, kingdoms have come and gone in 2 or 3 years. During COVID, we've actually went back to sorcery and horseback riding and swords since I've last seen you all. So, I mean, we need to somehow come together, figure some stuff out. I'm volunteering the first bottle of Lysol, okay? I'm
Yes, right. Indeed.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone, but it's great to be here.
Absolutely, you guys. In Tune with T-Mill. Take you guys down a little story time real quick. In Tune with T-Mill. This podcast started years ago, and we're getting back to, and I was telling my co-host before we started this, that we're getting back to the original element. You know what I mean? We're taking it back to what this podcast purpose was for, and that is to educate, entertain, and, you know, also through our 4 key elements being music, edutainment, children, and awareness. So tonight, we are getting back to the essence to talk about some topics. Now we're going to be I'm going to take it around the room because I want to ask the co-hosts what's on their mind. But before we do that, we're going to talk about Roe versus Wade. We're going to talk about the exile going on in California. I'm checking in with all my family in California, like seriously letting them know, like, yo, you got a place to stay if you want to, you know, come kick it with your country cousin down here in the South. Also, voting, you know, and we're just going to talk about it, you know, because a couple people, I feel like I had to put that on the flyer because let me let you guys know, I believe in voting, but I feel like I had to put that on the flyer so explicitly to get your attention. But that's the peas and the mashed potatoes. So I'm going to take it around the room. JQ, what is on your mind topic wise? And again, you guys, text or call 256-434-1846 is the number to text or call if you have a comment. 256-434-1846. Big shout out to Deli Rowe. JQ, what is on your mind? Any topics, like, even if there's not a topic, you know, that's fine and we can kick it because I know we was coming up at the last minute.
Well, topics on my mind right now are wine and cheese.
Wine and cheese.
Yep. Birthday behavior.
That's right. Yo, JQ is celebrating a birthday next week, ladies and gentlemen. All this week, actually. All this week. The whole month. Why do we do that? We'll get to that question later. Happy birthday. Everybody in the chat room right now, right in the chat room, happy birthday. I need to see some balloons. I need to see some hands. Shout out to my man, Everybody that's tuning in, shout out to Marcus. Shout out to again, like shout out to Lo. I see Lo tuning in. While Lisa, Tony, WV, I see you guys checking in. But JQ, what is on your mind besides your birthday? You said wine and cheese.
Yeah, wine and cheese. And
wine and cheese.
Yeah,
wine and cheese.
Lately I've been thinking about how our economy is being affected by the Russian situation. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm in the e-commerce business, and so ingredients and things that we source from Russia have been really, really hard for people, especially entrepreneurs, small businesses, because those connections have made the e-commerce just really go out of this world. Plus waiting on stuff, shipment used to be 2-3 days on anything. Now you got to wait. Depending on what your commodity is, you got to wait.
So funny you mentioned that. So I got a notification from Amazon that said, "I'm sorry, your package has been delayed. Due to the delay, we would like to offer you a credit to your Amazon account for the disruption." It was $1, but they still offered, $1. So I'm like, yo, that's pretty dope. I mean, but they noticed these delays that are going on, and the disruption. So that's really important. Marcus Sims, what's on your mind in the world of Marcus Sims? Just any topics that's on your mind tonight.
Well, guys, I'm gonna take it local. Of course, it's been a real busy 2-3 weeks, I think, for all of us, because there's so much that's happening. We just left Panoply. I know on the campus of Alabama A&M, we're actually we've been working hard with investitures. So there's been so much that's been going on with that, because if you're involved with an investiture of a president, for those who don't know, it becomes a huge ceremony. It's not something that you just do in one day and that's it. You're basically introducing your president to the community over sometimes some places do a few weeks, some people do a few months. We did like a few months on campus. So we've been dealing with that, and it's been a great experience. And of course, we've got coming up on May the 14th and 15th, the last waltz at the Orion Amphitheater. And I'm really looking forward to that, because when I say the Bradshaws have put together some great talent, whether you like R&B, hip hop, gospel. So we've been working with that. So I've been joking with everyone. It'll probably be May the 16th before I can get back to a normal Marcus Sims lifestyle. We've just been hustling like that, bro. So hopefully everyone come out. These events that we got coming up of the first waltz. I mean, you've got Kelvin Wooten, Deacon Sue, the Aeolians, Huntsville Drumline, Trans Lee, Element 11, the Neighbors. So, I mean, it's going to be such a dope lineup. You got Dante Pride coming in there. Melody Holt's going to be in the house emceeing. In fact, at JB, we're going to do a lot of live backstage coverage of it. So hopefully everyone that will be there, pull up. It's just $10 a pop. I mean, look, ask T Mill for it. He'll give it to you.
Hey, Dr. Wims, Marcus Sims said that he had a credit with you, so we gonna I'm gonna kick it over there to that. Dr. Wims, Marcus Sims said he's got a credit over there for our tickets, so I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Paradox East Radio, paradoxeast.org. I want to get into some speaking about Element 11, man, we're going to get into some music, and then we're going to talk about these topics. First topic that we're going to talk about is this Roe v. Wade. And I want you guys to call or text your comments at 256-434-1846. Let's get into some music. These guys are performing at the first waltz this weekend in Huntsville at the Orion Amphitheater. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Right now, this is Element 11 with Wallflower on Paradox East Radio.
I saw you from across the room. This must be your song. You came to life when you came home, girl. I really like the way you move. Let's take it to the flow. Yes, your champ will come home. Flashing lights,
And check us out live on paradoxeast.org with no interruptions. I'm telling you, look, Facebook doesn't have a hall pass. Facebook does not have a hall pass. And you guys, if you want to get a hall pass, you got to go to Paradox East Radio at paradoxeast.org. All right, we are back. Paradox East Radio, in tune with T-Mill. Make sure you guys are following us on Facebook at In Tune with T-Mill, or go to Snapchat, Instagram, wherever you like, and we will keep the conversation going. It is In Tune with T-Mill, and we're going to get into some of these topics, so you guys make sure that you tune in with us and get involved in this conversation. 256-434-1846 is the number to call if you want to get into the conversation. It's 256-434-1846, and I've got my crew in the building with me, so you guys make sure you tune in for that. All right, so talking about Roe versus Wade, we want to talk about Roe versus Wade tonight, and of course they're talking about these documents that may be, overturned. Somebody leaked some of these documents, and we want to talk about that. So I want to get you guys' perspective on these documents being out. And what do you think? What are your feelings about if this happens? What it sounds like is going to happen is they're going to leave it to the states, each individual state, to kind of make up their own rules about this. And so if that does happen, how do you feel about that? Like, what are your thoughts on that? We want to know. So you can text us at 256-434-1846 is the number to call or text, and tell us how you feel about it. All right. So I want to make sure that you guys are in the conversation. So if you have a comment, text it at 256-434-1846. Or if you want to call in, hit us up at 256-434-1846. All right. We're going to get into some more music and get you guys back into this conversation. We're talking about Roe versus Wade. How do you feel about it? And if you have any comments about it, or you can drop it in the chat room. I see you guys in the chat room now that's watching, so I appreciate that. So if you want to drop your comment in the chat room, and let's get involved in this. I'll start it off. I'll tell you how I feel about it. I feel like just how most people feel about it. It's up to the woman. All right. You shouldn't be telling women what to do, how to do it, where to do it, why to do it, and so on and so forth, because that is her body. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense for you to say, hey, look, you can't do this, or this isn't right, or it's her body. You don't know what she's going through emotionally. You don't know what she's going through mentally. You have no idea what she's going through. And so leave those decisions to a woman to tell what she's going to do with her body. That's what this is all about. Now, if this goes to the states, this is why voting is important. And I want to know what you guys think about this, because leave it to Alabama to make a decision about abortion. And we all know how that's going to turn out. Leave it to Texas to make a conversation or a decision about, what they're going to do about abortions. And you know how that's going to go. Leave it to, New York or California, and they're going to tell you how they feel about these abortion rights, so on and so forth. So I'm going to go to the phone lines here. I got a super supporter on the line that's definitely been, I want to make sure that I got him here. And somebody that's been supporting Paradox East Radio from the beginning. Shout out to North Carolina, Charlotte. I see you guys in the building. Pell City, Alabama's in the building. Gunnersville, Alabama in the building. And let's go to the phone lines and see if we have a caller. Caller from 256. You're on In Tune with T-Mill. Who's this?
Yo, it's Marcus, man.
What's happening, bro? How's it going?
What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? Let me make sure I get you in the building so the family can hear you, brother. You know what I mean? Let's see. Bang, bang.
Okay.
There we go. We got you. How you doing, man?
Like I was calling about the Roe versus Wade, I feel like, if they can take away a woman's right to make her decision about her body, tomorrow they can take away civil rights. Do not be fooled. This court is not about the law. they're about a political agenda, mainly a alt-right conservative political agenda.
Wow.
And Hillary Clinton warned us this was going to happen. He told us this when the election was at risk, the possibility of this happening. And now, people not paying attention, people so concerned, people so caught up with, well, I don't want to vote for this party or I don't want to vote for that party. I understand that. But you can't get nothing if you don't put nothing in. And like I encourage people, if you want to make a change in the system, then I need more people to get up and run for office. But that's where it starts at. These conservatives are getting away with murder because nobody is willing to stand up to them and tell them, no, this is not going to happen. And I'm sorry, I'm independent. That's so you can kill that noise about liberalism, but I'm also about self-preservation. And some of the language used in that Supreme Court decision was totally offensive. Where they tried to say there was more black babies being aborted. No, that's false.
Wow.
That's false.
So again,
That's
man, I want you guys to know that, and he said something, important, a lot of things important, not just something, but we want to get you guys' views on this as well. And man, I appreciate you again, Marcus. You always been supporting Paradox East Radio. You've always been giving us, again, just supporting and telling us how you feel and always being a part of everything that we're doing, man. So I appreciate, first of all, before I even get to the next part, how you doing? Because we haven't even talked in a minute. So how are you, man?
Brother, I've been good. Brother, good. Just working and, doing community work and helping people. And like you said, man, just trying to do my part to, inform people, to educate people and let people know what's going on out here.
Got you. Well, man, I appreciate you calling, man. Thank you again for tuning in. And again, just keep, jamming with us in the chat room and keep supporting Paradox East Radio. And I appreciate you voicing your opinion, man. I appreciate it.
No doubt. All right. Once again, support Paradox Radio.
There it is, man. There it is. ParadoxEast.org, man. The number to call or text is 256-434-1846. We're talking about Roe versus Wade. I'm going to take it to JQ and then Marcus Sims. We're talking about this, what they said that somebody out here outside a little loose. They putting out papers and they letting people know like, yo, this is coming down the pike. And these papers that have been out may or may not be confirmed, but they're making it sound like they may turn it over to the states to make their own decision on what they're going to do about abortion rights. JQ, this whole thing, how do you feel about it?
Listen, I don't care if there are papers or not papers. People have the right to choose whatever they want to choose. And it's women's bodies. We're not around here trying to tell men how to decide whether, they want to do this or do that. Or, we're even
leave it to Alabama to make a decision about abortion.
Transgender people, they're making decisions about changing their whole entire gender, and there's no conversations about, is that legal or is that not legal? Do we have the right or don't we have the right? And I truly feel like this is just another way to have control over women, to try to, keep us back, keep us in control, keep us in a box, keep us aligned by telling us what we can and cannot do with our bodies. I don't care if there's papers or not. I've always been against. It's the woman's choice.
JQ said, damn the papers.
Yeah, screw the papers. Sugar booties.
Damn them papers.
Shoes.
Sugar booties? What?
The papers.
Sugar booties?
Sugar booties. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Women's rights, women's body, my choice. I should be able to do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, you damn right. Marcus Sims, your thoughts on the Roe versus Wade news and just kind of how this seemed to be going, just in your general thoughts on that.
I mean, well, we've seen a tidal wave of this stuff happening for a while now, ever since when Trump came into office, where people feel they're empowered to now enter your bedroom, into your life, into your health and all that. So honestly, it's not a surprise. I believe this is just residual effects of Make America Great Again. It's residual effects of the Tea Party. It's residual effects of honestly white supremacy. I mean, let's just call it what it is. These aren't brothers in the hood who are making these decisions about abortion. These aren't it's not us that are making these decisions. I guarantee you 9.5 out of 10, these are older white guys that are making decisions on women's bodies. It is what it is. And I hope it's not offending anyone, but that's just a fact. You're not seeing the brothers in the streets saying after 6 weeks you can't get an abortion. That's not us saying that. That's not, look at these governors in these states that are making these decisions. These are not people of color. These are men. These are older men. These are men who, I guess through some twisted principles or whatever, are making these decisions. Like I said, I just believe this is just the after effect from what you saw from the Tea Party. These are after effects of what you see from the Trump administration. And these are folks who, I mean, in a lot of ways, I guess now they're probably turning up. If you're a Republican right now, you're turning up, you're having a great time because this is what you want. You want control over a woman's body. And so congratulations. But I think what we're going to see, T. Mill, is also how does this affect other people? How does this decision affect LGBT? How does this affect same-sex marriage? How does this affect other areas that we're going to? I mean, it's going to be it's a huge thing. But as Mark Emerson pointed out earlier, look at who you're voting into office. Look at some of these elected officials that we're putting in the office, and then look at the people who are making these decisions in the Supreme Court or the people who are pushing this agenda. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it 100. It ain't no brothers that are pushing this. Ain't no brothers and sisters pushing this agenda.
Not only that, but I mean, to keep it all the way a buck, like, and you guys in the chat room, you guys that are watching, and if you're watching this on the replay, drop your comments in the chat room on your thoughts on Roe v. Wade and the news that this is coming down the pike. But to keep it all the way a buck, you said something. I'm wondering if the people that are making this decision, do they even like women? Like, do they even like? I know a lot of them are married, and I know a lot of them have daughters. I know a lot of them like have mothers. Do you even like women? Like, just in general, I'm not talking about like in a sexual way. I'm talking about just, do you even in general just like and respect women?
Well, I guess the better question is, do you like women? Do you lust after women? Or do you sit there, or do you feel like you have to be controlling over someone? I believe it's a control issue.
I believe, like Marcus said, it's a control women issue because it's not just men against this issue. There are some women. There are
really?
Yes, you go out there, protesters. There are a few women out there too that say that, we don't have the right to take another life. Don't get yourself in these situations and blah.
Isn't that like breaking girl code or something like that? Like what? No, like come on. Like, even if you disagree, girl code is even if you disagree, you can't do that in front of company. You know what I mean? You may have a conversation in the back to say, hey, listen, let's explore some options. Let's, figure out some things. But you don't go on Front Street in front of company, in front of everybody and go that you're just against this for women, man. So I want to know what you guys think in the chat room. 256-434-1846, the number to call or text if you guys want to get in on this conversation. We're going to keep it moving with some more music that's going to be happening at this weekend. Next weekend at the First Waltz, you guys. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the California Exile. Lord have mercy. I don't know if y'all thinking about moving to California. I don't know if you got some family in California, but goddamn, the prices in California are they were already ridiculous, but we're going to talk about it when we come back. 256-434-1846 is the number to call or text. Let's get into some King Kofi performing at the First Waltz next weekend on the Orion stage, ladies and gentlemen. You guys, man, make sure you check it out.
To the floor, a couple mans. I've been here before, kinda mad. You get the dance, I can give you more. I don't need to conversation, the time it take. I've been rolling on the runway for contemplation. I've been looking in the mirror for my confrontation. I've been rolling through the city just for confirmation. I'm supposed to go and get it, it's not a consolation. Matter of fact, it's my design, it's my obligation. Makes sense, so I gotta break it down in size. This is mine's, whoa. Homie, this ain't advertised, but this is mine's, whoa. Got a message from on high, say this is mine, whoa. He say this is King Kofi, and this is time, and this is words, and this is rhymes. And if you feel it, then you find. And if you don't, maybe you blind, maybe you dumb, I need refinement. I'm not impressed with it, I don't do checklists. I don't make best friend, I make investment. Smash the gas, smash it to the floor. Think of the mass, I've been here before. Count the math, I can give you. Get a dance, I can give you. Lately I've been thinking about my future like I'm desperate. I just wanna make it for my babies and my best friend. Sour in my feelings, check the news app while at breakfast. Get home, save the playlist, cause that's first up on my Get home, save the playlist, cause that's first up on my set list. I am just that regal, there's no one I should check with. I say that you're regal, there's no one you should check with. I say that you're regal, I just want you to accept it. Breaking doors down, doors finish. More snooze, mighty morphin'. On a power trip to the course finish. My fate, not yours, nigga. Big shit, I'm a force with it. Big shit, I ain't forcing it. I've been on this new shit. Old boy spittin'. Timing is everything. This ain't for everybody. Money ain't everything. It ain't for everybody. We just not anybody. Put that on everything. Taking off without a plane. Put that on everything. Smash the gas. To the floor, and count the math. I've been here before. Count the math, I can give you. And get a dash, I can give you more.
Paradox East Radio, paradoxeast.org. We are back again. This is Paradox East Radio, man. We are here to talk about a lot of these topics, man. We want to get you guys' opinion on these topics. 256-434-1846 is the number to call. And again, Paradox East Radio is an independent radio station based out of Huntsville, Alabama. And it's really important that you guys understand that what we're doing here is a little different. All right. We want you guys to follow the stream. We want you guys to follow the site. We are, again, building one voice, one fan, one listener, one follower at a time. And we want you guys to be able to, again, let us know if you're supporting this. You can just follow, you can like, you can share, or even donate. And this is a licensed and registered indie radio station from Huntsville, Alabama, and playing the best, the most influential artists of this generation, of this time, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So again, 256-434-1846 is the number to call or text. I want to know how you guys feel about this man, not just California, the rent in California, the rent in New York. They're talking about apartments now that are going for $4,000 a month. All right, $4,000 a month. They're talking about some of these apartments, and I want to know how you guys really feel about it, because I really feel like there needs to be an exile. Like, that's what's happening, is an exile. But I really feel like there's something drastic is going to have to happen. Like if half the people, less than half the people, get up and go, you know what, we're moving to Albuquerque, or we're moving to somewhere because the rent is too high. Like, that's what they want, but at the same time, they don't understand that they need everyone to be a part of this economy, to be a part of their community, and what they're counting on is all these people that's making bank, or that's making $300,000-$400,000 a year to be able to afford this. But what they're not thinking about is we all rely on each other, whether we're using each other or not. That's a whole nother conversation, but we all rely on one another. No matter what level of money that you're making. So I want to make sure that you guys understand that. And what your thoughts are on that. So 256-434-1846 is the number to call or text. Again, I've got my co-hosts in the building with me, JQ and Marcus Sims. So you guys, let's take it to you guys. So Marcus, what do you feel about this? The California, have you seen what they're talking about with the rent and everything like that going on in Cali and in New York?
Well, if we're talking about Cali and New York, I have seen like how the prices have went up and all that. I'll be honest with you, in one sense, I'm not that versed other than what I kind of know about it, because to be honest with you, it's going on nationwide. It's let's be honest, if you live in Cali, it's been expensive as hell anyway. I had a homegirl of mine who just moved from Cali about 2 or 3 years ago, and she has like PhDs, all type of certifications, all kind of stuff, and you would think you're making mad money out there, but and she was making a decent salary. But when you see where she was living at, it's like, man, like that's where you're staying at, like, and you got a PhD from a very prestigious university. So a lot of these things are expensive, man. I look at it locally though, here in the city of Huntsville. Stuff is getting expensive. Like everything due to COVID and due to all type of political stuff, prices that went up. I mean, I don't know. Like, where can you go where something is cheaper at? Would be my thing. Like, I don't know. T-Mail, maybe we need to see what rent is in Wakanda.
Hey, listen, they always gonna be watching out for us in Wakanda. Shout out to Marcus Jones. Marcus Jones tuning in. Shout out to Tanner tuning in. Shout out to Jerry Jr. tuning in. What's up, Ashley? Tuning in. Again, my man Lowe tuning in. Walisa, Tony Reynolds. Again, you guys make sure you share the stream. 256-434-1846 is the number to call or text. JQ, you travel more than I think the average pilot. Like, shit, I don't know. Listen, I know you. JQ is one of those ones. If you don't have a friend that has 2 passports, get you a friend with 2 passports. I guarantee JQ has 2 passports. You know what I mean? So JQ, as much as you travel, as much as you've been around the world and what are your thoughts on, they just mentioned New York, like the rent was going up crazy. It was already nuts. Like, it was already through the roof. They already got to relax. But they're talking about $4,000 a month, and then they're talking about California, and they're talking about building pods in houses so they can make up for the rent. Like, the rent's already $6,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment. You go to the projects in Huntsville or down south for $6,000 a month, you are balling. Not for too long, but JQ, what are your thoughts on just this increase and this, what it seems like they're again pushing people out? And I think people should make up something to be like, look, we out. Y'all need us just as much as we need you. But what are your general thoughts on that?
Well, to be honest with you, Tim.
Shout out to Cootie Bay.
Yeah, shout out. Listen, prices are rising everywhere. And I'm with Marcus. I used to be a California resident. And when I first came to Huntsville, actually, I was moving here from California. I was so excited.
What part? Because people going to ask. People got to ask. Y'all got to shout it out.
San Diego. And, it was like moving to Huntsville, moving to Atlanta from the West Coast was like OMG. And that was more than 15 years ago. So I know traveling, the prices have changed just on the hotels and the accommodations, Airbnbs. So I can imagine the residents are really, really, really feeling the challenges and the issues. And again, I think it's just another way that government and systems trying to regulate and control populations and allowing who they want in and who they don't.
I mean,
and T-Mill, let me throw this in real quick. You go to expensive states, you pay expensive prices.
That's right.
Same price that you're paying in Mississippi or Hunkentuck, Alabama, you're not paying in California.
Where the hell is Hunkentuck, Alabama?
It's right next to Coleman. Right next to Coleman.
Looking it up, Marcus. Huckentuck, Alabama.
Right. But you know it's crazy because I talked to my friend I was telling you about. We had the same conversation, and she was talking about when she visited when she went back to Cali a few weeks ago, and we were talking about a bar tab, and she was saying what some people what she was saying in so many words was this: for her dinner at a decent restaurant, not like the best restaurant, not the worst, she paid over $100 just for herself to eat in California.
That's fact.
Now think about what you could do with a family of 4 or 5 in Alabama with $100, but for her to eat at a decent, not a Wolfgang Puck's restaurant or something, it was $100+ for her to eat there. So I mean, that's in California. You come here to Cheddar's in Alabama, $100, you could probably feed the whole family, and then maybe split some a piece of cheesecake or something. So I think so when you're in an expensive state, you know, hey, it's you want to go to California. California loves to party, and they love your dollars. You know, and that's just one of the facts you gotta remember. Also, when you go to one of these balling states, also.
I ain't splitting my cheesecake with nobody. I mean, I love y'all, but I ain't splitting my damn cheesecake with none of y'all. You better get your own damn slice.
And taxes per state make a big difference. California doesn't have a high tax rate, but that's because they can charge.
Shit, it's already expensive. Like, you don't need a tax. Like,
exactly. But then people who move from California to Alabama, the cost of living is so much lower, but they have a problem because now they got to pay taxes. Even though the cost of living is lower, because they're not used to giving so much of their money in the taxes form to the government. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's ridiculous. I think, to be honest with you, no matter where you live in America, they should base it on demographics, certain areas, how it's geographically done, the economic structure, the geographic structure of that particular city, and they should set one flat fee based on square footage. So if I'm in Utah, or if I'm in Miami, Florida, or if I'm in Timbuktu, Alabama,
or Huckentuck, Alabama,
which is next to Coleman.
Excuse me, that's a disclaimer. Huckentuck, Alabama, you guys, which is next to Coleman. I think, you know, if the government wants to regulate everything else, they need to regulate how we spend our dollars on our living, our residences. That should be I think that should be regulated across the whole entire country.
And let me say this for California, I wish I could cry for y'all right now, but I can't, because we all crying over gas prices. Damn it, that truck ain't filling itself up. So California, I love you, but guess what? Boo-hoo-hoo.
Wow, tough love, man. Look, 256-434-1846 is the number to call or text. And if you guys want to get in on this conversation, you can call us or text 256-434-1846 is the number to call or text. We're going to go to some more music. And when we come back, we're going to talk about voting. Fuck voting. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't want to do it. Y'all don't want it. Y'all don't think it works. Y'all don't like it. Y'all want to complain at the end of the day. So we're going to talk about fuck voting. That's what we're going to talk about. I'm personally, let me just put it out there for the people in the back that's slow and that didn't get a ticket to the book fair. I believe in voting. The rest of y'all are the ones that didn't get your permission slip signed to go to the zoo. Y'all like to wait till the last minute and then be complaining when you don't have enough money to buy a comic book at the book fair, or you can't buy no ice cream at the end of school. I'm talking to y'all, but since y'all don't believe in voting, we're going to talk about that when we come back on Paradox East Radio. I got a new entry to the playlist, and this guy, now this is new to you guys, but we've had him playing on Paradox East Radio for a minute. And listen, his team is dope. Listen, brother, if you're in the chat room, let us know, because I want to make sure that you got your people listening. I know you got your squad and your team, but we're going to get into this Dream Girl remix right here on Paradox East Radio. I think my man Marcus Sims might like this. If he does, he may want to add it to his playlist. If he don't, it is what it is. That's just how real we gonna keep it. But if he likes it, Marcus, you let me know and I'll shoot it over to you, because this is what we do over here at Paradox East Radio with the DJs. So let's get into JNR, the great Dream Girl, the remix on Paradox East Radio. We'll be back.
Baby, let me know if you're ready. If you're ready. Tell me yes or no, don't keep me waiting. I don't care when they talk about us, I'm ready. Hey girl, you simply amazing. And lately you've been on my mind, and I think about you all the time, yeah. Come baby, come, yeah. I'ma make it mine, yeah. I'ma hit it right, yeah. I'ma make you feel alive. You're my dream girl, oh na na na. I want you to believe how I feel now. You're my dream girl, oh na na na. I wanna turn my dreams to reality. Baby, you're my dream. I wanna take you far away. Baby girl, you make my day. Baby, if you come my way, I will love you better every day. I wanna take you far away. Baby girl, you make my day. Baby, if you come my way, I will love you better every day, every day.
Girl, what's the point in waiting? To live life without you would be a crime. For your love, girl, I would change. When it comes to you, I don't see straight. This vibe under the moonlight, just trust it cause it feels right. And lately you've been on my mind, and I think about you all the time, yeah.
Come baby, come, yeah. I'ma make you mine, yeah. I'ma hit it right, yeah. I'ma make you feel alive, yeah. My dream girl, oh na na na. I want you to believe how I feel, Dream girl, oh na na na. I wanna turn my dreams to reality. Baby, my dream. For a very long time, I've been looking for you, girl. And my feelings won't die. They keep on growing for you, girl. I can never give up.
You're my dream. You're my dream. Dream girl.
Paradox East Radio, paradoxeast.org. That's J&R the Great. Dream Girl. J&R, if you in the chat room, man, drop your social media or call or text 256-434-1846. And we're going to talk to the people. In Tune with T-Mill is powered by the following. Support for In Tune with T-Mill comes from the Melanin Pride magazine and merchandise, where representation matters. The Melanin Pride is a publishing outlet based out of Alabama for Black-owned and minority businesses worldwide. The Melanin Pride magazine is a place where Black and brown entrepreneurs can showcase their talents, business, and organizations around the world. More information available at themelaninpride.com. For 10% off your purchase, enter the promo code TMILL10. That's TMILL10. In Tune with T-Mill is powered by the Maitland Conservatory, a modern arts education entity designed to give students hands-on training and experience in areas such as music production, contemporary instrument training, vocal coaching, songwriting, music business, music engineering, and much more. Now offering interactive virtual lessons. More information at themaitlandconservatory.org.
Welcome to Maitland Online, where your dreams meet the skills they need to be successful, where you are no longer just dreaming, but doing. Powered by Maitland Conservatory. Learn more, be more.
Pump Hey guys, my name is Eliane Amhert. You can find my music on my website, Eliane Performs, or anywhere on social media under my name, Eliane Amhert, and you are listening to Paradox East Radio. That's right.
You are tuning in right now. You on the #1 radio station, not in the world, but in the galaxy. I'm talking about the Milky Way. From Atlanta to LA, from LA to New York, from New York to Las Vegas, from Vegas to outer space, from the rings of Saturn to the moon. We are Paradox East Radio. And I'm your boy DJ Primetime 256.
Yo, man, shout out to DJ Primetime 256, man. Again, this is Paradox East Radio. I'm looking at the chat, man, and Marcus Sims. Yeah, man. No. That's Eliane Amherd, man. Shout out to Eliane Amherd. She is a phenomenal musician, and you guys can check her out. It's quarantine time, Eliane. Quarantine time. So again, 256-434-1846. We're gonna get it back into the conversation. I'm with my co-hosts JQ and Marcus Sims. Shout out to everybody watching on Twitch. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube. Big shout out to Lloyd Holloway. Big shout out to Anthony Cootie Bay and everybody that's watching the live stream. If you guys want to see us continue to do this, hit us up at Paradox East on Cash App. Hit us up, Paradox East on Cash App, or PayPal at paradoxeast@gmail.com. That's PayPal paradoxeast@gmail.com. We are independent and we're taking your thoughts, phone calls, not taking your thoughts, sharing your thoughts on different topics. So let's get back into it, man. We want to talk about, we started off the show, we were talking about Roe versus Wade. We were talking about the rent prices in California. And now I want to talk about what is going on with voting. Listen, I'll say it for y'all. Fuck voting. Y'all don't believe in it. Y'all don't want to do it. Y'all don't want, and I'm not talking to everybody in the class. You know, I'm talking to those 2-3 people in the class and the ones that's outside in the hallway that are complaining when their kids have to go to school 375 days because they didn't make up, you know, they didn't show up to the PTA meeting. When they decide that your home isn't worth and they start redistricting your area and you mad about it, okay, you don't like voting, you don't believe in voting. When they start talking about gentrifying your neighborhood and they start talking about building things in your neighborhood that you don't agree with, congratulations, you didn't vote. When they start talking about police reform and they start making decisions about marijuana and lotteries and laws and things that affect you and your family and you have a problem with it, congratulations, you didn't vote. So, or let's also talk to the candidates. I don't want to know that you're running for office 3 days before the election starts. You got to relax. You could have stayed at home. I don't care that you're running for an election if you showed up 2 weeks and you came outside and you started giving away some candy and a couple of boxes of food and you want me to vote for you. Where were you last year? Where were you 6 months ago? Don't just show up brand new to the Sunday service, and just because you showed up at the Sunday service and you was stirring up the macaroni and cheese and you out here with the people kissing babies that we supposed to vote for you, you got to be out here all day. So it's a responsibility on both ends. So I want to take it around the room.
Do you have access to cut off Reverend T. Mill's microphone?
I know, right? Listen, I'm over here.
He is super judgy on that topic.
On this
you are super judgy, T. Mill. Shame on you.
Let's get into it.
As U.S. citizens, they have a right to not to do anything that they don't want to do, T. Mill. Shame on you.
Let's talk about it.
If they want to cough, if they want to come into your office and freely cough, guess what? George Washington fought for that.
That's right.
If they want to sit here and say get an abortion after 2 weeks after you've had sex with the female, let them do it, T. Mill. This is America. They have rights. T-Mill.
No.
You stop being so judgy. We are not a
I
judgy
feel you,
show
Marcus.
here on In Tune with T-Mill. We are a judge-free zone. So guess what, America? Don't vote. Like T-Mill said, F voting. He had a great point. Don't vote.
Let's get into it. JQ.
I'm with you, Marcus. I think, again, voting is a right. And if you choose not to access your right and use it, don't scrutinize me and don't judge me. But at the same time, let's really be honest here. Is our vote really going to make that much of a difference? Because every time we do get into the numbers, go out to the polls, make our votes, make our claims known, speak up to our senators, go out there and protest, they always find a way to hush it up, put us in, lock us up, lock us down, and our votes still don't count. Now, I'm a voter. Don't get it twisted. I believe in voting because I want to access all of my rights. However, there have been times where, I didn't feel like getting up and going to the poll and dealing with the mess, standing in the line, making it past the front door, listening to all the crap that our politicians.
They don't give out no donuts at your voting spot. They don't give out no. They don't rub your feet at the voting poll.
All of that drama is not.
Oh, you got to change your zip code. You got to change your zip code. You got to go to the Ebenezer Baptist Church where they rubbing your feet. No. They passing out egg rolls and they massaging your shoulders when you're standing in line for 3 hours.
No.
But let me say this though. In all seriousness, I mean, I am playing around with it, but I will say this: if you're not voting, if you sit there and say, you know what, I don't want to vote, I don't believe in voting, I'm my vote doesn't count, blah blah blah. I'm hoping if you sit there, if you're anti-voting, then I am hoping that you're involved with something in your community. I'm hoping that you're involved with boys. I'm hoping you're involved with Boys and Girls Club, that you're involved with community cleanups, that you're going to city council meetings. I'm hoping that you're involved with volunteering for schools. I'm hoping that you're involved with promoting the arts in your community. I'm hoping that you're involved with, neighborhood watches, that you're involved with something that's enhancing your community. If you sit there and say you don't want to vote, that's fine, but I'm hoping you are doing something positive in your community. That's up to you. Literally, it's up to you. I vote because my great-great-grandfather, Jebediah Sims, when he was plowing the fields.
Shout out to Jebediah Sims.
Yeah, when Jebediah Sims, when he was plowing the fields with his Rottweiler in the 1800s, he sat there and said, one day I hope my great-great-great-grandson, Marcus, will one day vote. And because of great-great-great-grandpa Jebediah. Right. So because of that,
he forgot his name.
He was an honorable man, T-Mill. He was an honorable man.
He wasn't that honorable. You forgot his damn name.
I will say this: if you're not gonna vote, I'm not telling you. We're not telling you what to do. We're literally, you make up your own mind. You're grown. You're over the age of 21. You make up your own mind. But if you're not gonna vote, then I'm hoping you're doing something to uplift and enrich and empower your community. I am hoping that.
Elect yourself. Here's the thing. You, and just like Marcus said, and I play around, and those that know me know my heart. So I say that to say that I agree completely with Marcus, because you don't have to. Again, there's a lot that we can do for our own community that we don't have to necessarily rely on others. And I'm gonna get to my other point that I was making with that. Shout out to WV in the building. Also, Lynn, he says they can make it happen, they can't make it stick. The big picture is daunting, trauma is cumulative, and there are two responses: being comatose or violent, and the time is for healers is nigh. Recovering from trauma is not that complicated. Move, breathe, touch. Unfortunately, COVID took those off the table. Influences must put them back. This is a good time to lean into music, family, and God. Remember, church family is a family. Prayers reduce stress. Don't worry about them reaching God's ears. Whatever works, works. We're not falling apart. We are turning a bend in the road. Head up, eyes forward. Love who loves you. That's what I'm talking about.
Who sent that message? Morpheus?
That is Lynn Bullard in the chat room, man. Again, Lynn, I got to give you, because here's the thing. There's a lot that we can do for our own. Listen, when they're talking about fixing the road, everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that works down at the asphalt and the concrete plant. Throw them a couple dollars. Be like, look, I've been telling city council to come fix these roads for a minute. They're not listening. So who knows if they're going to come and know that you paved the road. I'm going to pay you, and we're going to pony up, and we're going to pay you to do this road. Or if you are someone that the houses are just torn down, looking crazy, you want to build up the neighborhood, so on and so forth. Look, I got $1. You got $1. We got $1. Hey. We're going to build it up. We're going to buy it from the city. We're going to buy it from whoever. We're going to put the money up, and we're going to do it ourselves. Oh, they're gentrifying the hood. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to buy it before they do, and we're going to put a Whataburger and a Boomer strip club on every corner down on the south side because we bought the land, and we want to do it before they come in and do whatever they want to do with it. So there's a lot of power that we have and a lot of things that we can do for ourselves before we rely on others. Now, that being said, however, it all goes to who we put in the office. And all a lot of these people are doing is serving their base. If this person put them in office and they don't like boomers, they don't want a Whataburger, they want dry ass food, and they want a bunch of golf courses, and like that's what they want. If that person put them in office with the money, and that person got the office to buy the money to buy the golf course, that's who they're going to be working for. They're working for whoever put their money in. Now, we also have the power to pony up and just be like, yo, you know what, Marcus Sims, how much does it take for you to get in the office? It takes you $1.3 trillion or whatever, this, that, and the other. All right, we're going to go holler at this person, that person, this person, that person. We're going to get you in office, and here's what we want. And if you don't do it, we're going to put the next person in office. Get us a Boomers and a Family Dollar and a Publix and a Whole Foods and a bowling alley in Benford Gardens, in Benford Court. Here's the money. Make it happen. That's what the politicians are doing. They're working for the people that are putting them in there. Here's the thing.
Which they should.
Now, going around the room, do y'all know anybody else that's like running for governor that has a chance against Kay Ivey? Kay Ivey like fucking Mayweather. Like, she is like the undisputed champ going on for this next election. And I don't know if anybody's going to be able to like, I don't know if anybody's going to be able to give her a good run for the governor. Like, do y'all see anybody? Y'all don't have to talk about one or the other, but do you see anybody that's going to give it even a slight challenge?
Nope.
T-Mill, there's no one that'll do that because, unfortunately, in the state of Alabama, and I don't know, maybe I'll get censored for the next 30 days from In Tune with T-Mill. But once again,
no, you won't. That's the power of being here. We control it.
That's a perfect example of truly the highest form of ignorance of white supremacy. For folks to sit here and think that Kay Ivey is qualified to run for governor. You know, in fact, let's be honest. She does. I mean, other than her little TV ads, I saw signs for
her TV ads are hilarious. I'm going to put this out there. They're hilarious.
Racist, they're aggressive. But you know what? If you see her signs that are out on the street, they're not even big and she's gonna win it, obviously, because folks, for whatever reason, they almost think it's comical. Like if you ever watched American Idol, you ever notice that it was not the best folks who won it. It was the ones that people thought who would make it late in the competition that were the funniest. That it was a joke to vote them in. They knew that some of these people were not great singers. They shouldn't have made it to the top 5 or top 6, but it was a joke to put them in, a ha-ha joke. We know that to represent a progressive state of Alabama, which hopefully some people think of it as that, or to move us to the future, you cannot have, let's be honest, with all due respect, a senior citizen leading you to the future. You can't do it. And that's a problem image-wise for this state. But I believe...
What if it's Doc? Huh? What if it's Doc from coming to the Back to the Future? What if it's Doc? He's a senior citizen.
Doc's a senior citizen. And he drives the Lamborghini, which is
the McLaren. Yeah,
right.
Can Doc lead us?
Right, but you know, it's so funny because I think I'm like, how is she win? You know, what was it? She didn't show up for a debate. She doesn't show up for debate
because she knows she's gonna win. She's like, look, I got this.
How much swag is that for real? She wasn't gonna show up. You know, we knew. You know, she was not gonna come for any debate What? And I guarantee you, she will not debate anyone. She won't. She won't do it. Not just in Huntsville. It won't. She won't do it among Mobile.
You know why? You know why? You know why? Because she's confident. That's just like when all those folks wanted to challenge Mayweather to a fight, and he was like, "I'm not fighting you. I'm not fighting." One, he's not fighting because he don't want to mess up his record. Two, he was like, "Who are you to challenge me? What have you done to deserve this fight with me? I'm 49-0, and I've got one more fight. Who are you? I'm not having a conversation with you. I'm not getting in the same text message as you. We're not going on Clubhouse. You got to have 49 fights under your belt before I even talk to you." And that's what she's thinking. Now, I understand, ladies and gentlemen, for the people in the back, I'm playing devil's advocate here, just in case some people that's slow that didn't get to the book fair and they're like, "What is he saying?" I'm playing devil's advocate. Follow me. Listen, she thinks that there's nobody that can challenge her. You know what I mean? Like, she thinks that's the arrogance and the cockiness where you're like, look, nobody's going to beat me in this fight. Nobody's going to beat me in this. So I don't have to show up. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? That's just like Kobe showing up to the ball court and it's like, yo, I'll show up for a game of 21 when y'all show me somebody that can hang with me. Otherwise, it's going to be a wash. Like, I'm not even stepping on the court. It ain't a conversation because you can't beat me. I'm wasting my time showing up just by being here. So that's how she's thinking. Not to say that it can't happen, but that's the mindset where she's like, I'm that good. Show me that I'm not. Like, if she's scared or if somebody shows up that can get her base or kind of ruffle everything up, oh, she'll show up for that. Point blank, for sure. I'm sure of that. Shout out to DJ CO, man. DJ CO, you guys tune in. 256-434-1846 is the number to call or text. We're talking about, is there anybody running in Alabama to be the governor? And listen, ladies and gentlemen, there are like 30-something seats that are open for this next election. So, like Marcus said, either politic our own neighborhoods like the AppDep program, like Zenzele consignment. They're not waiting for somebody to come in and put a Whole Foods in the neighborhood. They said, shit, we're going to go over there. We're going to dig up the dirt. We're going to build our own garden in our area, in our community. They're not waiting for the politicians to do it. They're doing it on their own. They said, we're not waiting for y'all to send relief to Africa and to all these different places. We're going to do it ourselves. So shout out to all the organizations. Big shout out to.
Let me say this, bro. You know, this weekend, Art and Soul Society of Expression had an event at the North Huntsville Public Library, and many of the members had never went there. Let me say this. When I say that's a jewel for North Huntsville, when I say that's a jewel, if you're living in Huntsville, Alabama, and you have not been to the North Huntsville Public Library, that is a jewel. It is a jewel, T-Mill. It's a beautiful facility. Let's keep that up. Let's support that environment. Let's tell people to go there, to use their computer labs, use their facilities, to keep it up, support it, clean it, volunteer. And that's a place where you need the volunteer time. Volunteer an hour to run that vacuum cleaner or something across. It really is a nice facility. I haven't seen the one on Monroe Street here in Huntsville in quite a long time. We have a lot of great things going on here. Alabama A&M, beautiful facility. What can we do to enrich that? What can we do to enrich Maitland Conservatory that's pumping the arts out? What can we do to enrich things in our community? If you choose not to vote, man, go do whatever, like for real. The same way I stopped telling people to wear, hey, you ain't got to wear a mask. I don't care what you do. You know, for real. You grown. You over 21, you know what to do. If you come in my house, there's going to be some rules and regulations. But in your life in general, you do what you want to do. Your COVID, your vote, you do whatever. But let me say this. When enrich your community, put something back into your community, man. You know, give back. You know, you say it all the time, T-Mill. How can you serve? Well, how can you serve your community? If you're not going to vote, man, do something. Or for real, kick rocks. You know, I'll just say that nicely. You know,
I got two confessions to make, and then I'm gonna kick it to JQ on her thoughts, and then we're gonna go into music. I got two confessions. 3. Love the Huntsville Public Library, the main public library when they used to have the Scruggs Center in the back. I used to make up with my girlfriend on the very top of the public library. It was great. Shout out to Natasha. And I went back. I had a book that was like all you need to know about karate. It was a blue cover, and I checked it out at the book fair in like 3rd grade. Kept it forever. Didn't never turn it in. Never turned it back in or whatever. And found it at my grandmother's house like 30 years later. I was so scared to take that book back, y'all. Cause I said, yo, they're going to lock me up. I'd have had this book forever. And I took it back to the Huntsville, Maine Public Library. And it had me and my girlfriend's, like, when you check it out in the back, like it had our signature in it. Because she checked it out. I checked it out. We thought we were Power Rangers. That's what we were doing. This is a karate book. And I came back. I said, here. I was just ready. I'm going to jail. I'm like, hey, I just want to turn in this book. Just, whatever happens, happens. And the guy goes,
Dropbox.
yeah, I know that, but I wanted to, I was confessing. I just wanted to come clean. I was like, fuck it. I'm coming clean with my whole life. I'm just going to turn it in person. And I turned it in, and the guy was typing in on the thing, and he goes, yeah, that'll be $13. I was like, $13? Goddamn. I had this book for 40-something years, and now it's only going to be $13. JQ, your thoughts on voting, your thoughts on, again, just this election, and again, just anything you want to talk about before we get out of here. We got one more song that we're going to play, so you guys don't go nowhere, but we're going to kick it to JQ because I want to make sure I get her thoughts on this as well.
I'm down with what Market said. I 100% agree, but I suggest you do both. Not just vote, but also you need to be infringing on your community all the time. That's where you live. The biggest change that we can make is right next to us. And when we do that, and if each one of us, each one of the gazillion million people make a change right in their community, interject right in their community, and vote, imagine how we could really make a difference in the world, really make a difference on the issues that we're facing in everyday life, not just the people who are sitting big wigs in these, senates, in these courthouses that have the so-called diplomatic power. We are the ones that really are giving them the power. And if we use our power to vote and our power to affect our community, then I think that as a whole, we can make a greater change, a greater difference in what we do and how it's going to affect us locally, individually, economically, democratically, on all levels. But it takes each one. Every person has to do that. Every single person, black, white, green, purple, brown, color, for this particular topic doesn't matter. It matters because none of us are doing it. None of us. We know we have neighbors right across the street. We don't even know that our neighbors are suffering. Well, my grandma, when during my grandma's age, everybody knew their neighbors. And if Mama Jane down the street couldn't pay her light bill, or if, Bobby Brown's mama's sister's auntie.
I had Gertrude. Gertrude stayed down the street. You know what I mean?
Then we came together and we did what we could for our community, So I think that's a huge piece that's just missing, period, in the evolution of how we've evolved as people. We don't take the seriousness of what we need to do to interject into our community in order to make this a domino effect of change.
Gertrude and Melvin could fix everybody's car. Melvin was the guy on the block that could fix everybody's car. He could hang shingles. He could do roofs. He would watch your kids.
With the cigarette hanging out his mouth.
Right.
We always had a mic in our community. He was that guy that was always walking the neighborhood and looking strange, but my dad was military, so our neighborhoods were a little different than most people. But yeah, it was always a strange ass mic around somewhere.
There's always some strange ass mic. Ladies and gentlemen, Paradox East Radio, y'all call or text if you have a yes.
I forgot to tell you guys, listen, this Saturday is a great way that you can help our community. Healthy Huntsville is kicking off its Fitness in the Park, and I am doing the first kickoff in the park. Listen, we come together, we talk about health, we interject different types of fitness. This is a great way for you to see what's happening in our city as far as health and wellness, and it is free. Anybody
Free 99.
Yeah, free 99. Literally, you show up at 9 a.m., take part in understanding and learning healthy things that our city has to offer, and then take it back to your community. Tell somebody about it. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys for the very first, the kickoff of Fitness in the Park this Saturday, September the 7th, 9 a.m., right in front of Big Spring Park East at the YMCA.
And don't do like I did when I worked out with JQ many eons ago. Don't come wearing your skinny jeans and a button-down shirt. Trust
skinny
me,
jeans and a button-down?
Them knees ain't going nowhere. No skinny jeans.
Word.
Them knees, yeah, don't do that. Come with some sweatpants, a nice little T-shirt that you can get sweaty. Dress appropriately. Don't come all gussied up or nothing. Put on them sweatpants and the gray sweatpants if you must, and make it do what it do.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, Paradox East Radio, paradoxeast.org. We're going to go to one more song, and then we're going to come back and close the show. We want to know what you think. Hit us up at 256-434-1846 if you want to call in or text. Hit us up at 256-434-1846 or put your comment in the chat room. Let's get into some music from Rel from the Q6 right here on Paradox East Radio.
Took a couple losses, I ain't mad at all. Missed some days away, love college like a master raw. Skipping class to getting hotter with the pressure off. I barely even knew my own schedule, but my mom was so set on being the next to blow. I done lost it all every time, but feel like I never lose. Everybody show me they spine, that's why I be skeptical. I ain't never getting the crown, cause niggas will tell on you. Either that or call you a lame for chasing the better you. Baby, I ain't perfect or deserving of no pedestal. All I know is I'm worth it and I tell the truth. I started serving, but had to quit it. Too nervous from how we fidget. You should know from how we live, niggas ain't bulletproof. Wouldn't do the same if I could play it back. Lost some of my dogs for some mistakes and they can't take them back. Finals coming up, I'm still awake and I keep making tracks. You say you can see I'm losing focus in my face in class. I just brush it off and get the joke, and why you saying that? You can tell I'm probably not too open how I'm taking back. At night I be battling my thoughts and I lose patience fast. I be wearing shoes you can't jog and you be placing last. I ain't in the mood for all this talking, I just take a nap. I can't run away from all my problems, I'm awake, they back. I been getting loaded way too often to escape the past. I don't know no other ways to cope instead of making cash face to face. I don't wanna solve my problems, I been going hard to put that on my mama. I been with the squad and I love all my partners. I keep funding scars, better call my too much on my mental, it's leaving me black inside. Out of town with his lady, cops been swimming on their location. They done got to drop him where he been staying. They take them both down to the station. She ain't gon' say shit, but you can see in his face that the nigga breaking. We know that was you on the scene. You left evidence and all that. By the way, you won't never get that car back. Plus we seen you post about how you always keep it on you like some car mix. I bring this into court and you can't dodge that. Tell me exactly what happened, who was involved, who tried to stop that, and I might let it go and let you off on the slot. So try to go out like a gangster before we show you that you not that.
Paradox East Radio, paradoxeast.org. We are back, man. Listen, it is a great evening, man. It is a Tuesday night, man, and we really appreciate you guys tuning in, rocking with us right here on Paradox East Radio. Shout out to everybody tuning in on the radio station, man. 256 434-1846 is the number to call or text. And you guys can tune in right now and let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you guys are doing. So we're going to close out the show. I'm going to take it around the room to my co-hosts. I want to know what they got going on, anything that they want to let the people know about. Marcus Sims already told you guys about the Art and Soul. So I want you guys to continue to check in to these different events that are going on. So taking it around the room, JQ, what is going on with you and anything you want to let the people know about before we get out of here?
Howdy, folks. Not anything outside the norm. Working out, checking it out. Listen, Healthy Living and Wine podcast is up and running. Stay tuned in, connected. We're uploading shows every day to Paradox East Radio. And hey, if you're in the city, if you're in Huntsville, Alabama this weekend, May 7th, please come join me. It is free for a workout. Anybody can do it. Doesn't matter where you're at. Listen, I'm going to tone it down so that everybody can participate. This weekend, we're kicking off Healthy Huntsville.
Shout out to Cindy.
Yeah, Healthy Huntsville Fitness in the Park. 9 a.m. for the next, I think, 12, all the way through August, you guys. We're doing Healthy Huntsville's Fitness in the Park. And other than that, peace, love, and be easy, not breezy.
Hey, shout out to all the breezies. All right, listen, shout out to the breezies. All right, shout out to Cindy. And again, I had to put that out there, and it's not to interrupt my co-host, but as people are coming in to the chat room, as people are coming in, they may not stay forever. So I want to make sure that we recognize them when they do come in. So if y'all see me do that, it's not to interrupt them. It is to recognize when they walk in the room. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's to recognize when you show up late to class and the teacher stops everything and is like, yes, Bertrude, yes, Jimmy, yes, Marcus, yes. When the teacher recognizes you for showing up late, that's what we're doing right here. Shout out to Cindy. Marcus Sims, what's going on with you, man? Anything you want to let the people know about? Listen, real quick, big shout out to Marcus Sims, man, because he has been holding it down, doing great interviews, great conversations. Listen, he had a whole acapella beatbox session with Element 11. I've never seen them. They play all instruments, and they joined Marcus Sims in a beatbox of their music. Listen, this is a acapella acapulco that they did, ladies and gentlemen. Element 11. You know what I mean? So Marcus Sims, if you could tell us about, again, just what you got going on, anything that you want to let the people know about, and you have to unmute your mic unless you done fell asleep. So I'm trying to buy time. There we go. Marcus Sims.
Yeah, man, it was cool having Element 11. They're a great group. Secretly, I'm really looking forward to seeing them at the first waltz.
Did you record the beatbox? Did you record the acapella beatbox that they did?
You know what? Actually, if you go, it's still on Facebook and IG or whatever. I think it happens like the last 2 or 3 minutes of the show. But such a talented group, and like I said, secretly they're a group that I'm looking forward to seeing at the first waltz on the 15th. Once again, I want to encourage everyone to come out, because we say if you're in the Tennessee Valley, we always talk about the talent that's not here. Well, let me say this once again, the Bradshaws have done an incredible job of compiling talent that is homegrown here in this area. And though we use the term local, regional, independent, I would put these artists against some of the best. I would put Element 11 against some of your best groups. I mean, those Lockhart brothers can sing their tails off. Ridiculous. Trans Lee, you got Kelvin Wooten, Deacon Sue. I mean, it's a ridiculous lineup. Just a reminder, everyone, you can catch me 2 to 6 on Afternoon Expressions, 90.9 WJB. Yeah, man, that's about it. Keep supporting Paradox East Radio. Definitely join JQ this Saturday at the park. Make sure that you're dressed appropriately, because JQ will work you, but in a positive, uplifting manner. And I guarantee when you're done, that blood pressure is going to be down a little bit. You're going to feel good. You're going to feel refreshed. a whole 9. I mean, we all. I mean, some of us probably add that COVID-10 or whatever, or
Somebody ain't gonna make it. I'm just gonna put it out there. Somebody ain't gonna make it. Like, make sure you get enough water. Make sure you get enough water. Make sure you get enough sleep. Make sure you stretch. Make sure you stretch. No, I'm talking about to the people that talk shit. Like they gon' do it. Like they just gonna outwork JQ. You're not gonna outwork JQ. You're not gonna make it, ladies and gentlemen.
Your diet cannot be a healthy diet of Black and Milds and Flamin' Hot Cheetos and think you're gonna bring the smoke on JQ. That ain't gonna work like that now. I can say that right now. You better have some of that Steve Rogers Super Soldier serum in you and
she took the smell from The Rock. The Rock can't smell no more. The Rock can't smell what The Rock is cooking because of JQ. He's not ready for that level. But if you're ready to take it seriously, The Rock can't even smell no more. It's not because of COVID. It's not because of the Omarion variant. It's because he can't hang with me, baby. He talk a lot.
Wait a second, T-Man. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of would like to see that collision. I'll just keep it 100. JQ versus The Rock.
Like a ninja challenge? Like put him on the ninja challenge course?
I don't care what it's in. It can be in a game of Uno.
I'm ready. Let's call The Rock up and tell him let's do it.
Hey, listen, Marcus Sims, watch this. Let me tell you guys how much JQ do. Because, now watch this. I guarantee you she's got a story or she's got something for it. Because I feel JQ's done everything. Listen, if Fast and Furious 11 calls and says, JQ, do you have any JQ, do you have any experience racing cars, or are you good behind the wheel because we need a stunt woman, JQ, or are you able to handle 0 to 60, bruv? Are you able to handle 0 to 60 in a Ferrari, JQ? Can you handle it?
Yes, and my question would be yes. Would you like for me to handle it as a German? Would you like
my question is, what accent are you guys doing?
Don't worry about the accent, bro. Don't worry about the accent. This is what we do, right? So don't worry about the accent, right? All right. So if JQ can do it, that's what we're talking about, right?
Baby,
we're not
race cars. I've raced them before, tested tune on a 0.4 mile. Let me tell you, seriously, I used to have a race car back when I was young. My guy friend at the time built me a race car, and we used to test and tune all across.
She said, "My guy friend." Listen, brother. If you made right
she friend zoned that dude so quick like that. We need to have a show about that. She just friend zoned. Because JQ just friend zone.
Homie got the friend zone. This nigga built a car, fixed on a car. He got friend zoned.
You talking about an angry text message that be coming across? You be getting one within 30 seconds. Let me tell your ass something real quick.
Meanwhile, Leroy came over and brought a 6-piece and worked out for like 30 minutes. And Leroy got, you know what I mean?
Listen, you know what? You got to use your resources how you need to use your resources. That's what they fuck.
Leroy called a real mechanic. Leroy's like, I ain't touching that shit. I'll pay for it, but I ain't touching it.
JQ friend zone, poor homeboy.
Well,
so listen, before we get out of here, I want to know real quick. We're gonna talk some quick things. I want to get you guys' thoughts. Marcus Sims, what did you think about and JQ? What did you guys think about the new Batman? Oh shit.
I liked it. I mean, you know what? It was a different take. I was joking with
JQ. Like she didn't like it.
I was joking with some friends. They said it was it's Robert Pattinson brooding. I mean, he brooded. Imagine you saw a movie for 3 hours and he did not smile once. I thought that was so funny. He was definitely gothy, emo Batman. I mean, I thought it was a little bloated with the characters. I mean, Jesus, the only character they didn't put in there was T. Mill himself.
I think it was all right. I guess I was just looking for him to absorb the Batman character more. I just kept seeing him in Twilight. I just kept seeing the soft and, sweet side of this guy. And then Batman, the movie itself, it just was not enough action for me. I wanted to see him do more. I wanted to see new gadgets. I wanted to see
JQ. He kicked ass for 3 hours. He kicked ass for 3 hours.
I wanted to see more Zoe Kravitz in that outfit.
Joe.
Facts. Yeah.
I mean, good grief, Zoe Kravitz.
Showtime! It's showtime, everybody! Showtime!
Yeah,
shout out to Zoe Kravitz but yeah, I mean, hey, I mean, it paid some bills, though, right? The movie paid some bills.
It did do that.
I loved it. Listen, for 3 hours.
Yes, I know.
Again, we got, for me, it was a crime noir. I gotta say, because again, I wasn't a big fan of, all the other, it was cool, the Batman, Michael Keaton, it's cool. But then you moved on. Jack Nicholson, of course, classic. And then, of course, we got, Heath Ledger as the Joker. We've got, that whole series. That was cool. And you got, of course, Bane. You was born in the dark. I was born in it. You got the whole Bane run. But Robert, I don't know, man. This movie was just different. The soundtrack was great. The mood. The mood was amazing, so that was dope. I think it was dope. Y'all got to go check it out. Marcus and JQ, have you guys heard the Pusha T album?
I have.
Marcus? I have not heard one song.
Oh my God.
JQ, what do you think about the Pusha T album?
Honestly?
That's what we're doing here. We can't do none of that. You know what I mean?
I don't know if it has enough substance for me.
Well, it's funny with Pusha T. The only problem with Pusha T, and I guess the reason why I'm not just jumped to is it's like he's been rapping the same cocaine lyrics for the past 25
years. Right.
And that's my only down. I mean, you can have dope beats, but it's literally the same. And that does not work for rappers. That works for R&B singers, for country singers, pop singers to sing the same thing. For rappers to do the same content, it does not work for 20 years. It does. That's where that pigeon he's pigeonholed himself. I've not sat there and
That's a great way to put it, Marcus.
I've not listened. And honestly, I probably have not. I want to hear that new Black Star album with Most.
Woo! It just dropped. That's right.
Now that I want to hear. I want to hear.
I'm with that for sure. Now, listen, the Black Star and Talib Kweli, Mos Def album is phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. But here's what I'll say about the Pusha T thing. Do you guys like Martin Scorsese? Do you like the gangster films, Martin Scorsese and Goodfellas and all that? And
old classics, yeah.
Martin Scorsese's been making the same movie forever.
I would T-Mill.
Medea. Tyler Perry's been making the same movie.
Scorsese and Pusha T.
Me either.
Tyler Perry's been making the same movie every year, and we still go to see it. It's the same movie, same plot, same script, same everything. What Pusha T is doing is delivering us the Pusha T brand, which is Coke, street rap, and Coke. Tyler Perry's been giving us the exact same story, the exact same redemption. Listen, you don't even have to watch a Tyler Perry movie to know what's going to go on.
What? I think he is the same as Pusha T because you know why? It's the same stuff. Where is the substance? I'm feeling the same way about Tyler Perry. I don't want to see any more Medea. I don't want to see any more women get beat up and have to run away from their husband. I don't want to see any more of that crap because it seems like that's all he's got.
Everyone in the comment section, boo T-Mill. Put the thumbs down for T and put T-Mill's name next to it. He compared Pusha T to Martin Scorsese.
Yes,
you goddamn right.
And
to Tyler Perry.
Plenty of thumbs, boos down.
Cool with Tyler Perry. It's cool with Tyler Perry, but no.
Martin Scorsese has been making the same gangster film. That's his world. He's giving you that gangster story, the rise to fall, the American dream of the mob or organized crime or a lifestyle of that era. You know what I mean? So I want to go.
I would just say it's hard to do that in the hip hop genre to rap the same thing. Like as much as I love Babyface, he uses the same style for every doggone song. Like
you're right.
Every song.
And for some folks, they may say it's successful. To me, it turns me off from hearing the next Babyface song. But you know what? Shout out to Pusha T. His album.
Who's your favorite artist? Who's your favorite artist? I'm gonna go to JQ, then I'm gonna go to Marcus Sims. Who's your favorite music artist? Dead or alive? JQ.
Oh, my favorite.
One of your favorite. You don't have to name the favorite. One of.
Michael Jackson, baby. I'm still on Michael Jackson. I listen to him every day.
Marcus Sims. One of your favorite. It don't have to be the favorite, but one of your favorite.
Oh gosh, I mean Tupac.
Oh, facts.
Okay.
Tupac.
Michael Jackson and Tupac, they stayed in a lane, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm not going to do. And even if I go this way, I'm going to make it my own thing and I'm going to stay in my pocket. You know what I mean?
Michael Jackson, and not true for Tupac. Not true. And you're right. They stayed in their own lane with their branding and their presentation, but they were very diverse in what they were able to do with their talent and their skill. They were very diverse in their communication. They were very diverse in the things that they presented through their artistry. So, but Pusha T, it's the same shit.
No, he's talking about different shit. He's talking about different. Listen, it comes through in a different form. It comes through in a different conversation, but it's all about the same thing. I'm just fucking with y'all. I'm playing devil's advocate. You know what I mean? Like to get the conversation going. Ladies and gentlemen, again, 256-434-1846. Listen, I really appreciate my co-hosts right here. Been putting up for me. Again, they know how it is. They know I'm long-winded, but I really love everything that they're doing. And I'm going to end it on a Pusha T song. And I want you guys to, if you're watching this on the live, please send us a text or a call. Subscribe to Paradox East Radio. We will be live at Porch Fest this weekend. Porch Fest, March 7th, going down this weekend, Saturday. We will be live at Porch Fest, so you guys tune in at paradoxeast.org. We will have a live stream going on. Big shout out to right, Poach Fest at the Poach. You know what I mean? And big shout out to the camp. We've established a collaboration with the camp to deliver like live stream events. You guys are gonna be seeing more. I missed Tank and the Bangers. Oh my god, like that was a phenomenal show seeing Tank and the Bangers. But we couldn't live stream that.
T-Mill, let me vent on that for 1 second. Let me talk about that.
Let's go.
That has to have been, and I hope the camp doesn't bar me from that. That has to be the world's worst promotion job of this year. That no one knew Tank and the Bangers were at the camp.
Facts. Because I didn't know
that has to be. When I found out about that, it was at 0 hours and 0 seconds.
Tank and the Bangers.
I'm sorry, whoever's listening to this that's affiliated with the camp, that is a horrible misstep. Right,
they didn't know what they had. They didn't know what they had.
Right. I mean, you literally did. And for those that are listening right now, look up the song by Tank and the Bangers called Black Folk. Right there was that. When I say that I'm up, like literally, I almost want to say like I won't even use R. I won't use the R word as far as why they weren't promoted better. Right, but it kind of rhymes with fascism, but how Tank and the Bangers did not get promoted properly. For how was that a free show, T-Mill?
Yep.
That's a free show at the camp.
That's beyond ridiculous. So I'm off my soapbox, but yes, keep beeping me. You should have even brought that up.
I was just rolling with it 'cause it was so funny. It is so true because I found out I had a little bit of lead time, but I couldn't make it because I had
nobody knew about it. No, I have not seen one person within the Tennessee Valley post a picture from that event. No one knew about it.
So how do you feel?
Camp, do better when you bring black artists. That's it. Thank you.
Yo, big shout out to everybody, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Listen, please follow JQ. Please follow Marcus Sims. JQ and Marcus Sims, please let them know where they can follow you at on social media, where they can book you, and where they can get in contact with you to stick up to find out more information.
Yo, you can hit me up on all social media platforms at JQUENOW. That's JQUENOW. And if you're interested in booking, finding out more information, you can connect with my website or directly to my email, which is JQUENOW.
Marcus Sims.
Yeah, you can hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It would be weird, but you can hit me up on LinkedIn if you want to. No one actually does that, but feel free to. Just type me Marcus Sims. You'll see a picture of me basking in glory and all that stuff on all the social media platforms. But let's get back to taking the bangers once again. No. Yeah, right.
Ladies and gentlemen, big shout out to everybody for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in with us. Thank you for having a good time with us tonight. Make sure you follow us at Paradox East Radio on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Thank you for hanging out with us in the chat room. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. And if you're listening to this on the back end, it's already played, but drop your questions in the chat room. You know, we talked about Roe versus Wade. We talk about the rent prices that's going on in California. We also talked about the importance of voting. So you guys make sure you tune in and again, let us know how you're feeling about that. We're going to be doing this a lot more often. This is what In Tune with T-Mail is about, changing the status quo one voice at a time. And to everybody that watched on the Facebook stream, thank you so much for watching on Facebook, Twitch, Snapchat, Facebook, YouTube, whatever you like. We appreciate it, man. We're going to end the show. I'm going to get into this Pusha T. I'm not going to lie. I thought, whoa, wait a minute. One more. I got one more song that we're going to play. Then we're going to get into Pusha T. This is, so for all of you guys that you have kids in music production, real quick. So Marcus, this is the single this is the demo. I'll put it like that. This is the demo from a young man who performed at the block party, performed at the 5 Points block party. Young kid, and he's 13 years old. Maitland Conservatory is teaching children how to produce. Maitland Conservatory has about over 10 satellite locations in the schools to teach kids how to produce, mix, do sound design, do engineering and live streaming and things like that. And out of this class, this young man, he wrote the lyrics to his song. He produced the song. He made the beat, and he put it together. And so I told him I would play it, on the show to let you guys hear it. But here's the thing: I wasn't making music like this until I was, like 18 years old or something like that. So big shout out to this young man. I wanted to play his song before we get out of here. We're gonna play this, and then we're gonna play our last song to get out of here. So we're gonna get into this.
Can you legally say his name
after the song? Because you guys can let me know if you like it or not. You know what I mean? Like, and to keep it all the way real, because I don't want to do favors. I don't want to do to just be blowing smoke and we're not doing participation trophies. Just because you showed up to the game, you still lost. Stop giving them kids trophies for participation just because they showed up to the game. You lost, you got beat, your team sucks. You need to show back up to the next game. You suck. Go back and practice. You lost.
Listen,
no participation trophies.
We're not going to call them suck. But what we are not going to do either is reward them for being losers. That's exactly, because you got to learn how to lose.
It's got to feel. You got to feel that in your soul. Like, oh, that hurt. I didn't win.
Yeah.
That's got to hurt. You know what I mean? So here's the music. You know what I mean? The song is called Work in Progress right here on Paradox East Radio, paradoxeast.org. And you guys, let me know what in the chat room and in the text. Let me know how you feel about the song. Honest opinions. 256-434-1846. And here we go.
In my zone, feeling alone, ball up and roll, know how to go, chasing the goal, pick up the switch and hit, you know how to go, 20 million years later, they hate it, but I don't see them nowhere to be found, turn around, frown, then I turn down, I'm trying to be great, working my way up the ladder, you know that I skate, but I ain't got no matters, 13 still rapping, this is my passion. Still complex, yeah, I am still a work in progress. Gotta keep my focus. Tell me who's gonna be next. Don't play, show me your best. I'm a work in progress. Gotta keep my focus. Tell me who's gonna be next. Don't play, show me your best. Look, there's no way to stop this. It's my flow. No way to stop this. I'm afloat. No way to stop this. Look at the combo. No way to stop this. You below. Like a level, taking all risk, dead devil. Honestly, I'm just working hard, but you already knew that. Clap applause, clap for me, cause you know I'm worth it. Not perfect, but worth it enough to work it. Serving on taste a single dish. You ain't cool as me, yeah right, you wish. Don't be mad at a sad man, just be glad. I ain't touching on the track, man, that's a fact. Man, all y'all haters must think I'm whack. Everybody saying you thought you ate. Fun fact is also a number 8. Acting like that might be your age. Don't be mad cause I made it on your Facebook page. Work in progress, gotta keep my focus. Tell me who's gonna be next. Don't play, show me your best. I'm a work in progress, gotta keep my focus. Tell me who's gonna be next. Don't play, show me your best. Look, there's no way to stop this. It's my flow. No way to stop this. I'm afloat. No way to stop this. Look at the combo. No way to stop this. You below. There's no way to stop this. It's my flow. No way to stop this. I'm afloat. No way to stop this. Look at the combo. No way to stop this. You below.
ParadoxEast.org. That young man is 13 years old. Produced the track. He knows what key it's in. He wrote the lyrics. He produced the track by himself. And again, like, so taking it around the room, Marcus Sims, what you think?
Yeah, like I said in the comments, was that Baby Future?
Let's get back to the thing. All right, here we go. Paradox East Radio again. That young man is 13 years old. Produced the track, sang it, rapped it, wrote it, all that good stuff. The Maitland Conservatory is teaching children and adults how to produce, how to mix, how to put songs together. And this is one entry that we have from someone. So, Marcus Sims, what do you think?
Yeah, T-Mills, I mentioned in the comment section. Was that Baby Future?
That's not Baby Future, but
that is Baby Future.
That's Baby Future.
But you know what? Shout out to the way that the melody was arranged. Nice flow. I closed my eyes and was vibing to it. Yeah, salute to the young man. I mean, keep doing what you're doing. I like the concept of the song. It was a fun song. Yeah, I mean, let's encourage the youth. And straight up, it was good. It was very unique. I love the kind of, I don't know if, I'm sure that effect was not an auto tune, was it?
Nope, that's all, him. All his
okay, vocals. So yes. Shout out, man. Shout out. I appreciate it. So salute.
Yeah, so all those vocals are dry. It's again a demo. JQ. Again, what do you think about it? JQ, if you are still here, I'm not quite sure she's
here.
Okay, cool. What did you think?
He's getting dressed for bed.
No, not yet, but you know.
Where's my so hold on, wait.
Look, for some of us, T-Mill, we already in bed now, and I'm speaking for my old self.
Yet, bruh. Listen, I got stuff to do still when I get finished, but I thought the little young man did all right for 13, especially. It's amazing what the Maitland Conservatory is doing and influencing our children, providing them opportunities, and giving them the foundational things that they need, because that's something that our kids, our youth, are definitely missing. Foundational principles in just about every aspect of life. So shout out. I love the Maitland Conservatory, Mario, and everything that he's doing for our community. He's taking his skills and talents and pouring them directly into our community. He's not going through a congresswoman. He's not standing at a protest. He's not asking how many of his people are voting. He is using his talents to directly affect our community. So shout out. I think the dude, whoever he was, did you tell us his name yet? No, not yet. I think it's Amazeball. He did
Baby Future is his name.
Well, sounds good to me. Baby Future did all right then. It sounds like he's on the path, baby.
Yeah, so that is Braden. So that is Braden.
Oh, snap.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
that was not Baby Future.
No. So that was Braden, you know what I mean, doing this thing. Him and his brother have a album coming out. Braden's doing his thing. He's got his lyrics. They produced all the music. Braden produced all his own tracks, wrote them, and then Timothy's got a instrumental album that he's doing. And again, it just goes to show what Maitland. Here's the thing: I'm all the way hands off on this thing. I'm here to make sure that they don't get fined. That's it. That's my only job, is to make sure that they don't get fined. And they're using samples from Marvin Gaye, and got James Brown coming after them to be like, "Yo, what's going on?" You know what I mean? I'm just here to make sure that they don't get fined. But again, the children that are putting this music together at the Maitland Conservatory is incredible. Different satellite locations. They're at Drake. They're at 10 satellite locations, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. So that is amazing. And again, like I'm just, and for those that don't know, those are my boys. So yeah, that's what it is. Great job.
Great job.
Yeah, that's what they doing, man. So we're gonna get up out of here, man. I gotta play this one. I want you guys to turn it up wherever you at. Like if you're at home, turn it up. Like I don't. Everybody's got to go to bed. You might want to put some earbuds in so you can hear the low end, or you might want to throw it on the TV. I just want you guys to have a good time, and thank you to my co-host. We've been here for 2 hours doing this show, so thank you guys again for doing this. And I want to, just leave out with some good music. I want you guys to turn it up. We're gonna go back in the chat room to close the show, but we're gonna close the show out with this one right here. Again, Pusha T. Listen, sonically, this is a great album. You got Kanye West and Pharrell producing on this album, and it sounds great. The lyrics are really dope. Pusha doesn't disappoint in this one. It's, again, more coke rap. It's just more. You can apply that to anything in your life, like just not coke, but just
you cannot
the hustle.
Cocaine to everything in life. No, you cannot.
No, but everybody has an addiction. You can apply it that sense. Everybody has we all have an addiction. We're all addicted to something. And being rich is a addiction. It is a drug. So some people think that, oh, well, if I get rich, if I get wealthy, I'm going to be good. Like, no, that is a drug. Like success, fame, fortune, money, all that good stuff. But this song bangs so hard that I just had to let you guys know what it is. And Marcus Sims to let you know kind of where the kids are going at. Like Timothy is now back to he's always checking out these old albums. Now he's at Mobb Deep.
Okay.
He's going through the old Mobb Deep catalog, and then he's literally in his playlist, he's like, I'm going to get to these albums. And the next album that he has after that is Only Built for Cuban Links. with Wu-Tang, and then I got him some Tribe Called Quest because he don't know about it. But I'm like, again, the low end theory, you got to listen to that. So that's what he's doing. But here we go, man.
At 13, I was playing Dungeons and Dragons, folks, just for the record.
Man, super dope, man. Y'all turn this up, man. Pusha T, Let the Smokers Shine the Coops is going to lead us out of this right here on Paradox East Radio. You got to turn this shit up. It's dope. Super hard. We'll see you guys. Paradox East Radio, Into and T-Mill.
Shine the coops, rich bitches that love the boost. I'm just here to find the truth. If kilograms is the proof, I done sold the golden goose. I got 'em, baby, I'm Jim Purdue. Cocaine's Dr. Seuss. We sip ace out the flutes, Chanel scarves out the roofs. If I never sold dope for you, then you're 95% a who. I've forsaken all the rules. I done paid for all the use. If first 48's the clue, your jail cell was made for two. AMG's on auto cruise, the wrist singing auto tune. The dope game destroyed my youth. Now Kim Jones, Dior, my suits. If money is the evil root, let the smoker shine the coops. Rich bitches that love the boost. I'm just here to find the truth. If kilograms is the proof, I done sold the golden goose. I got 'em, baby, I'm Jim Purdue. Cocaine's Dr. Seuss. Potpourris, chains over Lacoste Sportif. Don't brag, rich to me. If they ain't tell you to bring your skis, my protect hers petite. The triple play we eat for leaks. Bird feathers that made me chief. Whatever happened to Black Marquise? Might buy a bitch a Jeep. I can make you lose your sleep. You millionaires on just TV. Now make it make sense to me. If money is the evil root, let the smoker shine the coops. Rich bitches that love the boost. I'm just here to find the truth. If kilograms is the proof, I done sold the golden goose. I got 'em, baby, I'm Jim Purdue. Cocaine's Dr. Seuss. You're supposed to put the first 500 in the safe and lose the combination.
We're going to let this one ride out, man. Y'all can tune in. Thank you guys for hanging out. We're going to see you on the next episode, Into and T-Mill.
With $1 million auto. Bring the cameraman, we can shoot our own knuckle. 812 matte black, looking like Choco. I promise you the floor plan's nothing like the model. Black and rich don't lie. Black and rich don't lie. The money counter ding, it's so exciting. Summertime, Winterfell, I'm the night king, the Colgate kilo. The hood needs whitening, we fish scale niggas, like we all Pisces. Your bitch in my bubble, like I'm still typing. She hoping that you let her go, like a kite string. Your eco-friendly jewelers, you keep recycling. Cartier bust downs, just not my thing. To be in the center of that left and right wing. The only time you'll ever see me next to Breitling. Wonder where this started from, the facts are frightening. Richard Price Flame gave birth to pipe dreams, now we here. Beach with $1 million auto. Bring the cameraman, we can shoot our own knuckle. 812 matte black, looking like Choco. I promise you the floor plan's nothing like the model. Black and rich don't lie. Black and rich don't lie.
Shout out to WV.
Outside the line,
And a dope house had a line, dope house had a line. And a dope house had a line, dope house had a line. And a dope house had a line, dope house had a line.
Y'all hit me up 256-434-1846, the number to call and text. Holla at me or hit me up in the chat room. There it is.
Says I'm on love, I wouldn't believe it either. I be like Jay-Z's a cheater, I wouldn't listen to reason either. All I know is he's a felon. How is he selling? We the Khalifa brothers, deep down I believe you love us. Feast your eyes, the piece unique is sapphire. Rappers liars, I don't do satire. Neither I nor my wrist move mockingly. Y'all spend real money on fake watches, shockingly. They put me on lists with these niggas inexplicably. I put your mansion on my wall, are you shitting me? I blew bird money, y'all talking Twitter feed. We got different sob stories, save your soliloquies. They like if Big was alive, Ho wouldn't be in this position. If Big had survived, y'all would've got the commission. Ho was gonna always be Ho, it was the universe will, cause Allah said so. And now I'm here, each with $1 million auto. Bring the cameraman, we can shoot our own knuckle. 812 matte black, looking like Choco. I promise you the floor plan's nothing like the model. Making bitch don't lie. Making bitch don't lie.
Trying to get this last call in, make sure we ain't missed nobody.
Hello.
Paradox East Radio, you're on live in tune with T Mill. Who is this?
I am listening to you on Facebook. It's Kim.
What's happening?
Hello, you doing good. Keep it up.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You tuning in. And again, always been supporting. I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Man, so do you have anybody you want to shout out or anything you wanted to comment on? Or yeah, go for it.
No, I don't have a shout out to.
Okay. Well, hey, listen, I appreciate you as always, and thank you again for tuning in and rocking with me tonight.
All right.
All right, peace.
Million on the finishes, millionaires were made out of middlemen. That hole in the attic was not for a ceiling fan. Army Celine, the wardrobe is militant. And army fatigue when I talk pyramids. Just so you remember who you dealing with.
Paradox East Radio, paradoxeast.org. Right now, this is the Round Hero Do featuring Nate 4 right here on Paradox East Radio. Hit me up.
I'm at my desk getting ready for the next long path. From the land to getting flexed on fast. Mostly rapping to get my fam out of the X on gas. And if you don't fuck with it, homie, let the next song pass. It's a do or die. We made it through the vines. It is time. Can't lose another brother to a suicide. In the same mission, try to figure out who am I. Why I'll try it as a sign of weakness and losing pride. Y'all keeping track of how y'all see me lacking. In the heat of action, I don't see reaction. Yo, I need the traction. To my family's relaxing. These are habits. I leave an absent drink or fit the absent. Dare me to drive? Trying to criticize my living, but you barely alive. Running backwards, you can barely decide. And you locked in, watching a box buried inside. Claiming these are the scariest times. Shit ain't changed, man. A nomad, souls grand from the homeland. You gotta remember, tomorrow comes so fast. Keep sending love, let's slow dance and hold hands. Cause sometimes the circles you run in just don't last. Sometimes the circles you run in just don't last. Sometimes the circles you run in just don't last. Sometimes the circles you run in just don't last. Sometimes the circles you run in just don't last. So you do what you gotta do. Yeah, I said you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, I said you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, I said you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, I said you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, I said you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, I said you gotta do what you gotta do. And the key is to keep your head up because you know what you gotta do.
Okay, my bad, was never on the pavement. What y'all call payment, I call enslavement. Stop it. They don't wanna hear you out here talking like a prophet. If you got a bad habit, drop it. If you got a big booty, drop it. Baytown popping, 2 feet, 2 step. Y'all keep walking. I was 21 and asleep, sweet talking. Braids on my hair, mop topping. Gold on my wrist, no. Gold on my neck, no. Froze from a threat, no. Y'all brothers bet no. Today becomes yesterday so fast, and all them squares that you running with might just. When they do, make sure that your back on check. Took a 238 and it's black on black for when I do what I gotta do. That's for when I gotta do what I gotta do. That's for when I gotta do what I gotta do. And I know now that nothing is impossible. Check. So the rounders rapping circles round you circus clowns, and Uncle Caleb flow is perfect now. What? I never wonder if it's worth it now. I say a prayer and start working now. I'm so certain now. I should've always wrote these verses down, but I got the remedy for all your curses now. Bush doctor, swing with the force and push proper. Then ghosts like brand new roads and old operas. Phantom, swim stream, y'all two salmon. My people.
Stream, make sure you follow us at paradoxeast.org. You can watch the whole stream. Let's get into some Mika Nicole. 256-434-1846 is the number to call. Let me know how you feeling, man. 256-434-1846. Mika Nicole.
Since my first job as cashier, been about that paper or plastic. Spit 32 on 23, huh? Mean on the mic, I'm magic. Mad cause your man said I'm it. Like this rap game is tag for me. Yeah. So I ain't gotta brag, I just let your man brag for me. Yeah. He said my nickname was Trina because I'm the baddest. Ooh, yeah. Said I'm an all-star, you ain't even an asterisk. Make a whole slower roll like codeine mixed with that activist. These bitches ain't real, for real, they really are actresses. And I'm cutting them like Tarantino directed. And I go hard like my flow is erected. And I break niggas like Khaled break records. That's the sign of the desert. My 50 cal flow drop out to her level. Cause it's levels to this shit, they don't want none. Bitches know better. I spit like an alien and my pen is an illegitimate citizen. In this game I am imminent, bitch, I know you heard of me. Cause you're about to get disciplined, daily shots. No insulin, adrenaline rushing, it's gonna be a murder spree. Better take your ritalin before you get your ligaments torn apart. To dipping is fed to sharks. Infinite bacon balls, all that's missing here is a jar of your reminisce. You're about to get gilligan after this burglary. Dissecting the game, operation, surgery. And I'm on fire, Fahrenheit, 3rd degree. Sit on my ass, let your nigga get the bag for me. Yeah, so I ain't gotta brag, I just let your man brag for me. Since my first job as cashier, been about that paper or plastic. Spit 32 on 23, huh? Mean on the mic, I'm magic. Mad cause your man said I'm it. Like this rap game is tag for me. Yeah. So I ain't gotta brag, I just let your man brag for me. Yeah. I ain't gotta brag, I just let your man brag for me. Yeah. I ain't gotta brag, I just let your man brag for me. Mad cause your man said I'm it. Like this rap game is tag for me. So I ain't gotta brag, I just let your man brag for me. Yeah. Body cappuccino, and my flow like El Nino. Yeah. If you fuck with my people, you be swimming with Nemo. Your flow is so feeble, you keep boosting my ego. Yeah. Denny and the Glover, case it gotta get lethal. I'm that fish scale, got these birds walking on eggshells. I was born with it, this is not retail. Got your nigga busting in my thumbnails. Hindsight, name change, but I still give him frostbite. Blessed, you cannot Jacob my birthright. Still bully the mic like 90 Suge Knight. They say I'm too antisocial, I should be more vocal and socialized. I say where the fuck were you when I had no money, no car or a ride? Definition of hustle, I lost it and got it right back. My ex thought I was gonna struggle, but I came up, he don't like that. Got too many layers, I'm like Adam Silver, no too many players. My network is major, let them make a wager. Always said make the money, don't let it make ya. They waiting on me, so they can go and get the bag for me. That's why I ain't gotta brag, bitch, let your man brag for me. Since my first job was cashier, been about that paper or plastic. Spit 32 on 23, huh? Mean on the mic, I'm magic. Mad cause your man said I'm it. Like this rap game is tag for me, yeah. So I ain't gotta brag, ho, I just let your man brag for me, yeah. I ain't gotta brag, ho, I just let your man brag for me, yeah. I ain't gotta brag, ho, I just let your man brag for me. Mad cause your man said I'm it. Like this rap game is tag for me, yeah. So I ain't gotta brag, ho, I just let your man brag for me.
ParadoxEast.org, man. Meek and Nicole brag. God damn it. Listen, man, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Paradox East Radio, ParadoxEast.org. Follow me at tmill205 or hit me up on Cash App to continue to keep this stream going and alive. That's Paradox East on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and on Cash App. Hit us up on Cash App, Facebook, whatever you spend the most time with. Hit us up on Cash App, Paradox East, or Gmail, PayPal, paradoxeast@gmail.com. See you guys on the next episode. I'm out.